streams. Hello everyone and welcome to today's session. IEEE PSIT SIGHT, in association with Institutions Innovation Council, is organizing a special webinar named Frugal Innovation on the occasion of National Science Day. The vision of IEEE SIGHT apprise us that undeserved communities around the world are able to benefit from technology as they seek sustainable solutions to development challenges. The mission of SIGHT apprises that the Special Interest Group of Humanitarian Technology program is a network of IEEE volunteers around the globe that partner with undeserved communities and local organizations to leverage technology for sustainable development. The motivation behind this event is to introduce and explain the concept of frugal engineering and innovation to the youth and inspire them to come up with new ideas to serve the community. Now, I would like to request Dr. Aparna Dikshit Ma'am, Student Branch Counselor of IEEE PSIT Student Branch, to introduce our guest speaker, Professor Jayran, Kumasa.
Thank you, Beta. And hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session. Good evening to all of you. Good evening, sir. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker today, who is going to talk us about frugal innovation. So nowadays, it's very required. There is a requirement of just think on frugal innovation. Sir will brief us about this one. And I would like to give some introduction of Professor J. Ramkumar. He is currently a professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering and Design Program at Institute IIT Kanpur. He joined as an assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering in December 2003, earned his doctoral degree in Mechanical Engineering from IIT Madras. Now it is Chennai. His research concentrated on micro nano machine and finishing. Is also worked on tribology, coatings, corrosion for both engineering and biomedical applications.
Yeah.
Before
Madam,
joining, yes,
madam,
sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Abhi shuru karenge, madam.
Yes, sir. I think it's much needed. We could organize the session just because of your great support, and I would like to.
Yes, madam. Thank you, madam. Shuru kar denge. Yes, let
Sure,
me go.
sir. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure,
Thank
sir.
you so much. Thank you so much to IEEE UP section. Thank you so much
Yes.
to PSIT Student Society. Thank you so much to all the audience. Without you, I don't have anything to talk. So thank you so much for taking your time. And thanks to Aparna madam in particular, who took a lot of initiative in pushing me to come to this lecture. So she had requested me to talk about Jugaad and frugal innovation. So I am talking more about frugal innovation today, but let me start in the presentation beginning up front. I will tell you Jugaad also. What is Jugaad and what are we doing in Jugaad also? So thank you to all. In the interest of time and bandwidth problem, I would request all of you to switch off your videos and also mute yourself and start posting questions in the chat box. So I will try to take all the questions at the end of the session so that the continuity is there, and once the talk is over, then particular questions can be answered. So let me start. So first, let me tell you what is Jugaad. When I was going through the railway station on that day, the water was getting filled in the coach tank. So the normal thing is there will be a hose pipe which runs from the station to the coach, and then at the side of the coach you will see that, or at the bottom there will be a tank, water tank. They generally fill the tank using that, and it is so very well designed. Suppose if the time comes and the train leaves, the lock auto releases and then it comes out. So this is what is a normal scene whenever you see in the morning hours, in the afternoon hours, or during peak summer. All the trains will stop in Kanpur and the water filling will happen. When the train left, it so happened on that day, the locking was little tight and the train left. There was a tear in the tube, hose tube. So the pressurized water started leaking out on all sides. Apart from the nozzle exit, all along the pipe it started exiting. Immediately, there was a person at railway coach attender. He came running and then he took his rumal, kerchief, and then he tied around the hose pipe. And then what he did was he tried to manage the leak to be controlled and then allow the exit to happen in one direction. So what he did is a jugaad. He gave a solution to the problem, but that is a jugaad solution. Can this be withstand for a longer time? No. Can this be done for a smaller diameter? Maybe. For a larger diameter? No. Is there a scientific solution for this? No. Is this repeatable in the cold winter days if some other train comes? No. Can I take this technology and do it in my home by just wrapping it around with the rumal? No. So now there is a solution to the problem. There is a person who understood the problem and who gave a solution to the problem. But this problem is not sustainable. This problem is not universal, and this problem does not have a science to back up. So this is called as jugaad. Indians are very good in jugaad. Why? Because it is not a problem. It is because the society where we live, the limitation on the resources and infrastructure what we have allowed us to think louder and louder and louder. So with the existing constrained resources, we always look for an optimum solution. For example, when you go to the railway station, the most common scene will be people will sleep on a carton box. They'll just tear the carton box into a chadar and then they just sleep on top of it, which is not a universal solution. People used to buy plastic panni and then they used to sleep on the plastic. It is not a solution, but a time being solution they have because they cannot sit and wait in the railway station for long hours. So they'll sleep and take rest. So this is a jugaad solution. Indians are extremely good in it, extremely good in it. And that is because of our intelligence and resource constraints. This is one part of the story, which is jugaad. What is frugal innovation? Nano car is a frugal innovation. A car which was sold for 2 lakhs, they could somehow bring it under 1 lakh and then they could give a solution what 2 lakh car gave to the same car and give comfort to the passenger. So that is a frugal solution, frugal innovation. Frugal innovation means it has repeatability, it has reliability, and doing something in reducing the cost without compromising the customer satisfaction or happiness. That is frugal innovation. So these slides are prepared and helped by my PhD scholar, Mohammed. So all these things, thanks to him for putting these slides into action with the discussion with me. So what is frugal? So reach new customers with low cost innovation. There is a difference between invention and innovation. Innovation means you do cut and paste across multiple things and try to develop a solution. And that solution, there has to be a customer for it. So then that is called as an innovative solution. Today, startups are working towards innovation. Innovation means not to produce new thing. It is to produce cut and paste across several streams and try to come up with a solution where somebody will be ready to buy. So that is innovation. What is invention? Do something new which nobody has done and never bother about a customer, but do it and keep it. After some time, there might be somebody to find it out and then convert that invention into innovation. So reach new customers with low cost innovation is nothing but frugal. Frugal innovation is re-engineer traditional R&D. Digital technologies today, whatever is there, are boosting towards frugal innovation. Frugal innovation offers more agile and customer-focused innovation. Everybody in the audience might have or must have or use 20 will have 25 apps which are loaded there in your software, in your smartphone. 25 apps, you have to use it on a regular basis. How many of us use it? We hardly use 4 or 5 apps, maybe 10, maybe 6, 7 apps, maybe 10 apps. But if you use 25 apps, you do cost offers more agile and customer-focused innovation. So here will be a smartphone, which has only single camera, and the memory space is limited, and you can store only 4 or 5 apps. The cost of the phone is 5,000. Excellent. Deccan, Air Deccan, Frugal Innovation. Indigo, Frugal Innovation. Okay, Air Deccan was completely a frugal innovation. They decided that I will not run between metros. I will run between 2 suburban cities, and I will have my innings out. They did it. They connected metro with suburbs. Frugal innovation, right? So customer frugal innovation was that. So what is the definition for frugal? Target the customer's hidden aspiration or unvoiced problem. Try to understand what customer, see, there is something customer will spell it out, customer will not spell it out. Try to understand what customer is not spelling it out. That is the smartness. You try to find out what is it and try to develop solutions for it. Represent a move from a linear model to a circular model of innovation. Constitutes a collaborative approach to innovation is frugal innovation, is a complementary approach to traditional approach. So traditional R&D is one vertical and complementary to it. It is not extending the traditional, complementary to it. So what I don't have, he has. That is complementary of frugal innovation. So I think frugality drives innovation, just like other constraints do. One of the only way to get out of a tight box is to invent your way out. So that is frugal innovation. You always try to work on resource constraints, and with this resource constraints, trying to develop a solution and trying to convince a customer to buy your solution is frugal innovation. So I think frugality drives innovation, just like other constraints do. One of the only way to get out of the tight box is to invent your way out of the box is frugal. What are the key takeaways? Frugal innovation requires a change in mindset and different approach to innovation. With the existing traditional approach, if you try to come up with solutions, you will never be able to do it. See, so that is frugal innovation. Trying to think out of the box. Prime Minister Modi, when he started his career as a Prime Minister, he decided that he will do a lot of digital innovation or digitizing this country, he said he will do. And he also forced all of us to open a bank account. Today you see, of these two visions, everybody is almost digitized. You have some integrated with your digitization. So he was a man who thought aloud. So today, moment this has happened, now you see everything is connected. Everything is connected. Your mobile phone is connected. Your Arogya Setu is connected. You travel abroad, it is connected. Everything is connected. So frugal innovation requires a change in mindset and a different approach to innovation. Frugal innovation mindset sees constraints not as a disadvantage, but as an opportunity. My father does not allow me to go outside at 8 o'clock in the night. But what do? From 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, to keep myself busy, I start drawing. I start learning music. I start sitting down and reading novels. So you should always make able to excel very well because I don't know English. So you don't think that as a disadvantage. Use this as an opportunity. Try to, when there is an interview which is coming up, try to talk to them in Shuddh Hindi. So they will be impressed. Because today we don't find students who talk in Shuddh Hindi. So try to make use of your Hindi. Try to strengthen your Hindi. You have a skill of dancing, strengthen it. You have a skill of singing, strengthen it. You have a strength of coding, strengthen it. So don't say that I know only coding, I don't know that. I know logic, but I don't know coding. So try. Innovation is complementary to traditional R&D, not as a substitute. It is not a substitute. It is not a substitute. So when you try to do frugal innovation, you always try to make it complementary. Complementary is male, female. You are an engineer, you try to join hands with a finance person. You are an engineer, you try to join hands with an English speaking person who can do a very good PR. This is complementary. What I don't have, you have. Therefore, the frugal innovation should be complementary to traditional R&D. So it should not kill R&D, it should take R&D and go, and it should not substitute R&D, it is only complementary. So what is frugal innovation? You go and identify the customer hidden aspiration or unvoiced problems. So R&D will not allow you to do this. If you try to do this and come and give it to R&D department will work on it. Frugal innovation will add a new approach to drive innovation. Frugal innovation opens opportunity to cater to people at the bottom of the pyramid. When we try to draw a triangle, at the bottom of a triangle, you see the base is very big. The height is less, but the base is very big. So when the base is very big, you have a lot of people in the base. So frugal innovation is always trying to hit bottom of the pyramid and never to the top of the pyramid. India is a country where you have a lot of people in the many of the corporate world try to solve problems only for the top of the pyramid. But frugal innovation will try to look at solving problems to the bottom of the pyramid. When you try to solve to the problem to the bottom of the pyramid, you will try to have many people buying your solution rather than few people buying your solution. You will try to make more profit by selling more in numbers rather than selling one and making a huge profit margin. Frugal innovation especially targets with customer segment. So customer segment is here is bottom of the thing. Frugal innovation re-engineers traditional R&D. Customer actually needs. See, when you ask somebody, so for a college going kid, what does he want? He wants, during his college days, he wants a smartphone. He wants Wi-Fi in the smartphone. He wants to have he wants to have all these things which is taught in the class at his fingertips. That means to say everything loaded in his smartphone. And he wants to have exams which are as friendly as possible. Right? So these are this needs. What we do is we keep on doing, okay, we will give you a quiz, we will conduct you an end semester. See, the boy is no way interested in learning. I said he needs a smartphone, he needs a Wi-Fi in the smartphone, he needs all the notes on the smartphone, and then he needs to get a job. Where did I say he wants to learn? So now, if your college or if your teacher understands these four needs and tries to develop a solution by protecting your intelligence, then that is called as frugal innovation. Frugal innovation keeps innovation as it does not look at, okay, these are all the things I'm going to give, take it. Why do I need it? I don't need it. The customer wants that, give that. Okay, so frugal innovation targets customers' hidden aspiration. Frugal supports a move from linear to circular. So frugal always tries to say it is a closed circular model. So there is always a scope for improvement. I told you frugal is always complementary to R&D. So this is a frugal solution. Nano is a frugal solution. They called all of the car vendors or car supplier parts. Everybody they call them in 1 lakh car, my production cost should not be more than 80,000. So for that 80,000, these are all the list of major subsystems in the car. So each subsystem has a weightage for its performance. So I put the weightage, and corresponding to the weightage, I allocate money out of that 80,000 for you. Now it is left to you who is working in the subsystem to come develop, supply a subsystem within this cost. So then What happened was, for example, Bajaj was there, TVS was there, something else was there, somebody else was there. They were all independently competing with each other and supplying Tata says he's going to have a major business. So let's join hands. I will use your technology. You mix up my technology. Let us jointly work together, complementary to each other, develop a system at an economical price, give it to them. So this is what happened. And whatever they did is a breakthrough. It's a big breakthrough. When we were four in our family, we used to travel around my campus using a Honda Activa. Four of us used to travel. We four of them are little heavyweight. So four of us used to travel. The cost of the Honda Activa at that point of time was 50,000 rupees. Nano car, which could give me protection from many things, was costing around 1 lakh. Look at it. So how close is it? And today, if you buy a costly bike, it is around about 8,000. Today, if you buy a even Honda Activa, it is around about 80,000 rupees. Of course, nano cars have stopped production, but still, look at the innovation they were trying to talk about. Here is a person who converted his bike into a tractor, and this tractor is used for plowing. This is not frugal innovation. This is jugaad. This is frugal innovation. Now you can see the difference. He converted the bike into a tractor back, and then from there he is using it for plowing. So jugaad innovation unlocks business creativity in resource. For example, mobile internet is a frugal innovation. The feature based on phone to control the switching on and switching off of motor is frugal innovation. Affordable smartphones in India nowadays, there will be shortly some Indian companies which are into the market where they will be selling such phones for 5,000 rupees and 6,000 rupees. This is digital technology boosts of happening because of digital. Biometric authentication is a frugal innovation which is happening. Then if you want to talk about mobile banking, again, it is a frugal innovation which is happening. So this is what it is. And if you are trying to look at frugal, so this is frugal turn ubiquitous phone into microscopes for other medical application. This is a frugal innovation. Using a smartphone for operation, using a smartphone for microscopic analysis, pathological lab analysis. This is again a frugal innovation. Trying to convert one material for multiple things. So you use the same big camera. So this is where frugal innovation, digital technologies boosts the frugal innovation to a large extent. Frugal innovation offers more agile and customer-focused innovation. You can see here. This is customer-centric innovation, which is Mitty Cool. Is a frugal innovation. Frugal innovation is not limited to basic products. It is concentric. The customer-centric innovation is this. Then you can also have this one new customer segment. You can have user dial, ringtone, and then you can have engagements. So these are some of the things which are frugal innovation which is used. Vim Bar is a new customer segment they opened. So they had a cover in the bottom and then they did it. That is a frugal innovation they did. So speedy innovation and avoidance of over-engineered solutions. So this is what is ISRO's solution. Speedy innovation and avoidance of over-engineered solution. This is what is ISRO trying to do, BARC trying to do. Increased productivity through minimum aspect input and ease for work is the other thing which is used as part of frugal innovation. So frugal reduced innovation budget. Today we are talking about Make in India, whatever it is part of it. Lower production costs, and then you will have talent attraction and retention. So these things are frugal innovation is not limited to basic products, but here also we do frugal innovation. When we talk about frugal innovation, provides a mindset for global customer-focused innovation. You see ultrasonic, which is a frugal innovation which is developed here in India, and now it is by GE and it is shared across the country. Western businesses pushes frugal in developing market. So here is a jugaad solution he has developed, and this is used as a jugaad solution, but this cannot be used for many applications in reality. Okay, so this is West trying to give business to the frugal innovation. What it means is frugal innovation offers more agile and customer focused innovation, deep develop more cost effective and customer centric offering. So this is customer focused innovation, which is frugal innovation. Try to develop a product which is more focused towards customers, and try to develop products which what exactly the customer wants. For example, in my house there are four burners in the gas stove. We all the time use only two, so the customer wants only two. So if I would have bought only a product for two, that would have been nice. But what I wanted was, I wanted the two burners not to be in line. I wanted them to be in diagonal, so that I get a larger space for using it. So if I would have got that diagonal based burners, then I would have been happy. Okay, so if the company would have developed it, I would have bought two burner rather than four burner. Now today I have four burner, I only use two burner. So for which I paid money. So now developing product for customer focused innovation is frugal innovation. Listen to less well off customers during product development. Try to look at the bottom of the pyramid. Involve experimental culture, boost an experimentation culture at the work. So rather than you sitting in the office and trying to develop a product, try to go to the customer, understand what customer wants, and then develop a product. Show the product to the customer frequently and get it tested.
Kindly be present here. I think some network issues from Professor side, so please wait. Dear participant, please wait for a while. Actually, sir is facing some network issue. That's why the voice is not clear. That please wait for us. If we could not get the access, so please we will keep inform you. As I would like to discuss here, whenever he will join during this time, I would like to take a privilege of some information just to want to share with you. As you know that we have societies and clubs at our institute. We have a club of higher education like Disha Club and a club on science and innovation. Basically, it focuses on like research work and some innovation. Okay, so this is Aryabhatta. So you may join these clubs from where your first year. So just do all the studies properly, and you can be benefited with this clubs also. The vision of this club is to just foster your career in the development of some innovation in your field of interest. Like nowadays people are looking for data science, IoT, and like artificial intelligence with the flavor of machine learning. So you people can you have already in that disciplines, but you can start your journey in your first year also. Just pay some important time first your studies, and then you may give your important time in these activities also, like 1 to 2 hours. I'm not saying that don't focus on your studies. First of all, just focus on your studies because exams are coming on. So after exams we are about to basically organize a lot of activities in the development of science and technologies in your perspective. So our vision is to just prepare you people in the field of like science and technology. Just you may contribute by writing some content. We are about to launch our own magazine also from like from club Aryabhatta, which is focused on science and innovation. I'm really very sorry. On my end, there is a little puppy, so he's barking also. So I'm really very sorry. कुछ शोर हो सकता है. We cannot actually give instructions to our pets also. Okay, so you may join the clubs also. You have 2 club in your department of science, basic sciences and humanities. Just take benefit of these clubs. So we have some more club also, which are core clubs like Algo Club, in computer science department, IoT club, in EC department, so you can be benefited. Just but the important thing is you should think on the latest technologies. About the time has come to think on latest technologies. Once you complete your proper studies on subjects, you may start to do learning in you can say. Yeah, I think sir has joined. Yes.
No, where did I lose connection? I finished my thank you slide also. But anyhow, the take home message. These are the 5 important things for frugal innovation. So So the first thing is going to be you have to do more with less. The example what I showed for you is that you have Swiss knife. So that does not serve you purpose in many a times. So do more with less. Keep your product as simple as possible. Think and act flexible. So you should always try to give add-on features to your existing system. Today you develop X, tomorrow it should have X plus delta X should be there. So think and act flexible. Seek opportunity in diversity and follow your heart and not somebody else saying it. So you should have a passion. Heart means you should have a passion for solution, and then you start developing it. So with that few words, thank you very much, madam, for the opportunity. I'm open for questions if there are any. Sorry, I missed in between, but I don't know where did I miss. But this is the take-home message finally. These are the 5 important points for you as an engineer, you as a student to look forward in Frugal. Don't try to crib. I did my degree in a private college. I did an AKTU. No, there is an opportunity here also. Look for that opportunity and try to convert that opportunity into a solution and try to be frugal. So I am done, madam. If there are questions, I'll be happy to take.
Thank you. And here to put forward their queries, and we would be highly obliged to answer the questions.
Any questions? Any audience? Any questions?
Sir, I have a question. I'm your student, and I would like to ask a question.
No worries, madam. Please go ahead. Please go
Yeah,
ahead.
sir, being a faculty member or being a student, actually, just being a private institution, always we feel like a lack of just we suffer a problem of just like others, so that we can start some project work, because sometimes it happens like we have a good idea, but how to go forward, how to like use the fund. This is our great I think we can say great difficulty, and this is the utmost difficulty for all type of private institutions.
Madam, so there is, see, nothing comes free of cost. Okay. And if you keep now, even in the government colleges, the fees have gone very high. Right. And so no point in cribbing saying that मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, मेरे पास idea नहीं है, ऐसे नहीं है. You have to, you will see what is the business. See, I had a friend of mine who was a very lazy fellow who did not have anything in his life. So he was staying at my village. So one fine day he decided that he will spend time in cleaning the streets of the village. It's village, not even town, village. So he decided he will clean the streets. And every day morning he got up at 4 o'clock till 6:30. He cleaned with broomstick and other things the street. He did it religiously for 15 days. And then he said, sir, I will clean, I will maintain the drainage, and I will also make sure that the road is becoming spick and span, for which please give me 100 rupees every month for this maintenance. Everybody agreed and jumped, and then they gave. So there were some 20 houses. So 100 into 20, he made 2,000 rupees to start. By the way, my friend is also BE from REC Trichy, NIT Trichy. So he did 200 houses. Then slowly what happened, the word of mouth spread. So now then what he did was he tried to do the next street also. So then he did the next street for 1 month and the next street for 1 month. After 6 months, The entire village he did cleaning. So every house in that village used to pay him 100 rupees a month. So his business was not that. His business is he understood in every house what is the requirements. So after cleaning, he went to every house and I said, in your house, you need this requirement. So he started giving them grocery. He started taking the dog for a walk. He started arranging for kids to go to school. Slowly, over 6 years period, today he makes an annual turnover of 1 crore. Where did he get money? It is only the idea. So you should always and you have to invest time. Nothing comes free of cost. And
yes, sir.
People look from outside, okay, IIT Kanpur professor है, इनको ऐसे पैसा मिल जाएगा. नहीं सर, मेरा सक्सेस रेट भी 33% है. 10 प्रोजेक्ट लिखेंगे तो 3 प्रोजेक्ट आ जाएगा. बट हम लोग 10 प्रोजेक्ट लिखेंगे so that at least we get 3. You guys write only 1 and you expect at least you get my percentage 33, you get 0.33, that is not even 1. So you should, and if you go to IISc Bangalore, they also have the same rate. If you go abroad, it is 10%. So life is struggle. So you should not keep cribbing it. You should only look for opportunity, try to make that opportunity and go. Today, my friend who makes 1 crore, he earns more, he is happy, he has done back to the society, people appreciate him. In the recent municipal elections, he has become a chairman. Look at his planning, 6 years of struggle, turnover increased, now he has got into politics also. Done. So it is the way you present, the way you.
Thank you so much for your answer. We should keep the way in the same track. We should see the opportunity, and I think we should see the first market criteria, what the people want to have.
Opportunity. Don't look for money. Just look for opportunity. If there is an opportunity, jump, start. That's all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, one of our participant asking if we produce large production in one time, so how we decrease production rate?
See, that and all is gone. How many my father bought a Chetak scooter. He was driving it for 25 years. Then when I got married, he gave me that same Chetak scooter, right? So the Chetak scooter life was 40 years. Today, I buy a cycle for my son who is studying in 10th standard. I buy a cycle for my son. He says 1 year down, he drove the cycle and he says now he's bored with that cycle, which is around about 14,000 rupees. He changes his cycle. So there is nothing called long-term.
Sir, another question is, how is it different or similar to standard innovation?
Standard innovation means developing something new. Frugal innovation means developing something with little resources and trying to have maximum customer satisfaction.
So, sir, standard innovation is very close to invention.
No. That is also there, but frugal Indians are more towards frugal innovation because we have resource constraints and resource constraints.
Yes.
So that's what is frugal. Trying to develop what I want.
Another question, are MNCs also practicing frugal innovation?
Yes, GE is practicing it, McDonald's is practicing it, Amazon is practicing it, Flipkart is practicing it. They are all trying to do it. Their packaging they are trying to reduce. I think, madam, we will close the session because it is 7:30, so students also will feel. Another program, not on. I would like to look for an offline, so I would like to visit. Sometime we'll plan and then do it.
Yes, sir. Definitely, we will plan an activity. Their student can showcase their idea, and then we can choose the best idea. We will present it at yours in front of you, and we will be inviting with that session. So I think after exams, because the exams are all just coming in this week, so we are planning to do just conduct after having examinations. Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of entire fraternity of PSIT, IEEE PSIT student branch SIGST group. I extend a hearty vote of thanks to Professor Ramkumar sir for gracing us your thoughts and experience in frugal innovations. Really, this session was a very fantastic one. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. It was an opportunity for us. And contribution. And it was a great success. And I extend my gratitude to our speaker, Professor J. Ramkumar sir, to take out time from his busy schedule to grace the event. So hereby we represent a memento to thank you for inspiring and encouraging us with your words. I must thank the organizing team, volunteers for working hard for the past few days to make this webinar successful. Thank you all and have a nice day.
Thank you, Anushka.